Hello everybody and welcome back to Lucky by Nature. So on this video I'm going to be going over all the goodies that are going to be coming out on Genesis 2 as far as we know so far. But let's start out with the map itself. So apparently the map is going to be on this ship, and you see these two rings right here. That's basically our map, and they're supposed to be pretty massive. So this is like Halo, obviously. So I guess we have two halos on this ship, but they did say that the missions themselves are not going to be on the map or buildable map. So that means more than likely we are going to be going to somewhere different, maybe getting teleported somewhere and doing the missions and then coming back. So if that's the case, then that is good to go. I don't know that there's much to say about this, and you guys know what map looks like, so let's move on to see what else is gonna come our way. And here we have the Federation tech suit, and from my understanding, you're gonna be coming in with this suit from the get-go, and that is because at the end of Genesis 1, this is what we were wearing. So I don't know that I don't see why we would come out naked. But anyways, I'm not really sure what kind of cool stuff this tech suit can do. I don't know if it can fly or what. But they did say that if you have some tech gear that is really good and you really like it, that you can actually put it on top of this and it'll take in its attributes. So if you have a chest piece that is, I don't know, 400, you can put it on this, on top of this suit, and then you'll have basically a 400 level chest. So that's pretty much it. Besides that, they said that this will allow you to live in places that you normally wouldn't. So I'm hoping that you can go down to the aberration part, and that you'll be able to survive and breathe just fine. But that remains to be seen. And another thing that I need to mention is that you can actually get the little Federation tech suit boots. And like I said before, I don't know that if they can do anything for you, but if you find the Chronicles, the Helena Chronicles, I think they're located on the island already, then you can get that. And from what I understand, it's just a skin, so you can let us know if they do anything fancy. Moving on, here we have the tech pistol, and the tech pistol is going to have 3 modes, as you can see here. This one is going to be killing mode, stun mode, and healing mode. These are going to be mostly used, I would imagine, is going to be for PvP players. It's gonna be more useful for that because, I mean, I guess if you're in PvE, you can use them on your tribe mates, and more than anything, that's just gonna be annoying. But that's just me, because that was our experience. When you have a lot of people and they're bored, they just like to shoot you with tranq arrows, and so I could see them using this, and it's supposed to use element if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see how powerful they are. Moving on. Here we have another Halo-esque type item. Minigun. So now we can run around like the Spartans did, and we can shoot the crap out of things. Again, I think this is more geared towards PvP. I don't see why anybody would use this on PvE except just for fun, to see how fast they can kill things. But that would be a waste of bullets. And other than that, I'm not really enthused about this either. So let's move on. The tech bow. So this is pretty cool because you will have different types of arrows. They did mention an exploding arrow, so that is going to be pretty good. And it's small, so you can fit it in your pocket. Of course, I don't think that really matters because you can carry bowling balls in your pocket, or I guess the big balls that you shoot off cannonballs. That's what they are. But so I don't think that really matters, but it's kind of cool, and it's like a transformer. You know, when you take it out, it turns into this. And I'm hoping that they also include trank arrows. That would be pretty nice. And this uses element as well. So of course it would be much easier to just use the regular trank arrows, unless these are like souped up. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what else we have here. And here we got the loadout mannequin. And this is interesting, and I like the concept. But if you're in a PvP setting and you have a bunch of other tribe mates, is this gonna be like pin coded? So if the person that puts it down and they pin code it, are they the only ones that are gonna be able to get a hold of this gear? So basically the way this works is, let's say you are headed to the ocean and you need to take off all the gear that you normally use on land. You just throw it in here, and you can put all your stuff, like you know, all the stuff in your hotbar and things like that. I would imagine that probably all the stuff that you have in your inventory as well. So that way you can just come back and one click and boom, it's back on your body. Also on PvP, you constantly go to sleep naked just in case anything happens. And so that would be a good way to use that. But like I said, if it doesn't have a pin code, then other people on your tribe are going to be able to just swipe it anyway. So, but like I said, it's a good concept. I like it. And now we'll just have to see how this all works out. And here we have the Hoversail. This I really like, just because I'm not very enthused about dealing with Noglins. And with this, you can get pretty much anywhere. And they said that it fits in most places. Not every place, but most places. It does look like it's a little bit big. But what's cool about this is you can have another person. So I could always put Vixen there, and she can shoot with her little gun. It looks like they have a little tiny gun there. And they said that you will be able to put this in your inventory or your hotbar. And so you can just throw it out whenever you need it and put it back in your inventory when you don't need it. And that's going to be nice, like I said. I don't know if this can go over water, but that would be cool if it did. I think it should. They said that if you can do cool tricks, that you'll get boosts. And so that's interesting too. I would imagine that this will probably be in missions, but that will remain to be seen. And as you can see, this is the way, I don't know, it just comes out like this. I don't know. And then it gets bigger. Interesting. But anyways, let's move on. And here we have the tech crop plot. And I like this because with this, as you can see, you have the hot lights. So you don't need sunlight. I don't know if you need water. I would imagine you would. They said that it's going to be able to hold more in there, more slots. So I don't know if it's going to be able to create more fruit or you know, something to that effect, or if it's just going to have more slots for more fertilizer. That I don't know. But I do like this concept, especially if you're going to be down on the bottom in that purple area. That's going to be pretty good. But let's see what else. Oh, this is going to be a game changer for PvP, in my opinion. Because if you look at this, you can see, you know, bolas and these big arrow things here. And you have some... this is for the launcher, the rocket launcher. So you got rockets. And these massive things, like, is that the big monster bola? I'm not really sure, but basically what they said this is going to be used is basically like a trough for things like turrets. And if you have a catapult, oh yeah, a catapult, that's what you would use these suckers. And so basically, you know how some of these have a certain amount of slots that you can put your stuff in, and you can run out fairly quick depending on how hard you're using your stuff. And if you're within the range of this, because this is going to have a certain range that it will reach, just like the feeding trough, and it will be able to automatically put ammo in there. So the reason I said it's going to be a game changer for PvP is because if you have a bunch of these and all your turrets are within range, they're just going to be getting reloaded. So it's going to be much, much harder for the aggressors to get through and to basically soak all your bullets. Of course, you know, the bullet situation is still going to be the same, where just it's going to take a lot more bullets, but that's still pretty good if you're not online. That's definitely going to make it harder for the aggressors to come in and take you out. So that is pretty interesting. And I also can see, like, we used to deal with you know, the catapults, and sometimes we would run out of ammo, and I would be telling Vixen, reload, and that kind of sucked. But now, if we have one of these, because the catapult doesn't hold that many. I don't remember holding that many, but now the canoe. This is going to be pretty sweet, especially if you're on the island and you're starting out. I don't know what level you would have to be to build it. I don't imagine it's going to be very high. But instead of having plenty of speed to swim across the ocean to, let's say, go to Herbivore Island, instead you can just make one of these. And if you have buddies, you can up to 3 people can go on there, yourself and 2 others. And if all of you paddle, then it's gonna go faster. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if sharks are gonna try to attack it, but if you can cruise on pretty good, especially if it's faster than rafts, that's gonna be pretty interesting, right? Because you know how people on rafts are, especially if they got turrets. But I like this, like I said, especially if you're doing a level up run and you want to get across water. And now this is really, really cool, because everybody that has been around for a while, whether you're PvE or PvP, you have massive bases. And a lot of times when something's going on somewhere, you have to run around like crazy trying to get to that spot to see what's going on. Well, now this takes care of that issue, because with cameras, you'll be able to see pretty much everywhere. And the way it looks on the picture itself, it looks like they can see the whole map. So I wonder if they have different bases, which, you know, a lot of people do. I know we did in our servers. We had several bases all over the map. And so now, if you see something getting destroyed on your tribe list, you know, where it shows all that stuff, you can quickly look in there and see what's happening. And that's pretty cool. I really, really like this part. And this is my favorite, so I've saved it for last. And the reason this is my favorite is because, as you guys know, on S+, we would use the incubators, the egg incubators, quite a bit. And they're pretty nice because you don't have to sit there forever. And oh man, that was such a mess. But here, you can hold up to 10 eggs, as you can see here. And what's cool about this is, as soon as you put the eggs in, you can see what the stats are going to be of the dino, and also what colors the dino is going to be. So if you have a mutation, you'll be able to instantly see it. If they're just junk, which pretty much like 95% of them are junk, you'll be able to take it out of the incubator and either eat it or put it away for some future kibble. So that is pretty cool. They did say that you can power it, you know, with a generator type thing. I don't know if that's going to be tech generator or regular generator, or both. Which more likely, if the regular generator is being used on it, then obviously you can use the tech. But they also said that they would probably have a alternate source of power, so it could be gas, but I'm not too sure about that. And the other cool thing about this is they mentioned something to the effect that if you can make this the temperature of a specific egg, so I'm thinking giga, that the growth rate would be quicker. So, you know, what I take that as is that the giga growth rate is going to be quicker, not the incubation period. That's what I gather. And if that's the case, then that is pretty lit. But anyways, that is it for all the goodies that we have so far. I don't think I've seen anything new. But that's it for this video. So until next time, keep surviving.